This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake it, body.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust on you.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Behind every great story, ladies and gentlemen, there's a beginning. There is a beginning. And for many, they thought this was the beginning for this young queen that's in this building with us right now as she performed on that America's Got Talent stage. I remember it because they said they were from Oakland. And I did my research. Who are these kids? Who are they related to? Where did they come from? How did they put them together? They're from Oakland, and listen to this talent. Look how big it was. And one of those voices that's here with us today went on and started her solo career. And then she put out mixtapes, Cloud 19. I was there. I heard it, Heather. That's when I really start paying attention. Let me see what she's going to do. And I really enjoyed the mixtape primarily because I felt like when I was hearing this young lady sing, she was giving me a perspective from a person who came from where I came from that I haven't heard yet. And I felt attached and connected to my region and the youth based on her voice and what she was feeling and how she was expressing herself. And then I went to see her on tour with G-Eazy, fast forwarded, and watched her perform and realized, nah, this ain't a one-dimensional individual. This person got layers to her. She put in her time. She put in her work. This reminds me of when Barry Gordy and them used to have those incubator-type machines where they just didn't throw artists out there. These artists put in a lot of work. They learn how to dance. They learn how to sing. They learn how to perform and give you stage presence. So when you follow her career, I just saw her recently in the Bay Area. I said, let me drop in on her and see what she got going on. She was doing a listening or autograph signing at Rasputin's, which, by the way, is one of the last remaining pioneering retail outlets that gave a lot of breaks to independent artists, even Sway and Tech. We used to, when we put our music out, this is way back. I got to go way back for that.
And I like how you refer to yourself in third person.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like that, Sway? Because that's a different Sway.
That's different.
That was a young Sway,
Okay.
you know. And we put our
See what you did there.
yeah, you saw that, right? Put our music out, and I saw that the fanfare. I don't even call it fanfare because the love from the people that were outside. I sat and watched the line, and people were so excited to get to see her, talk to her, be around her. Even my little nephew and his friends. I look like big man on campus because I knew who she is. I know who she is, and I was able to get them to come in and meet her. And I met her mother, and I believe I met her auntie, and I met family members, and it said, okay, I get it. She comes from a strong background of loving people. That's why I think she's a loving person. She's here today to celebrate her album, SweetSexySavage. Give it up for Kehlani, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the coolest intro of my life ever.
Well, it came from a really cool place because, you know, yesterday we had Dwayne Wiggins up here and we were talking
That's
about.
so crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's so crazy.
Crazy.
Wow.
You got a chance to work in and around some great folks. Well, even with Pop Life, that experience with that group helped lead to the experience you have now.
Definitely.
Yeah, but what I like is I get to share my Oakland with her today.
I'm so excited.
Yes,
I'm
right?
so happy I'm finally here. I'm like, I've been waiting to be here with this guy for so long.
Well, we've been waiting on you. Time. It was time to happen today.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you were in Oakland, where did you grow up in Oakland?
I grew up in North Oakland on 53rd.
53rd in North Oakland.
Like by Bushrod.
Bush
Yeah,
ride.
yeah.
Hoe or die.
Die?
Was a bush rider? Yeah, I think. But when I was coming up, you know,
Clean that up. So tell us the story.
Oakland was a different
like-
place, you know.
Or die? Kehlani don't know that.
No, she didn't know. That was before her time. That was before your time. Yeah, where'd you go to school out there?
I went to Oakland School for the Arts.
School of the Arts. School for the Arts, which is, and that's located
That's right in downtown Oakland.
downtown
on Broadway.
Oakland.
Yeah.
And so you from grade school all the way up? Or
No, in grade school I went to Beacon Day School, which is kind of like by Embarcadero over there. And then middle school and half of high school I went to Oakland School for the Arts. And then I went to Berkeley High.
Okay.
So
Which is kind of like a school for in a sense, performing arts.
Yeah, but I really didn't last up really had too long. I ended up at B-Tech, the continuation school down the street.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she got kicked out of school.
Graduated from there.
Why'd you get kicked out? What'd you?
It wasn't I was kicked out. It's just I was never in class because I was always just out, like going back and forth to LA trying to do music by myself and just kicking it a lot of the time. And I wasn't living at home, so I was just already on my own outside of school. So I was just being a kid and not going to class. So I didn't have enough credits. And then I realized, you know what, like, let me at least please graduate from high school. Like, Nick Cannon actually made me a deal. He was just like, yo, like, you graduate high school and, like, we can just work on, you know, all the music you want in the world when you get out. But you need to graduate high school or else we cannot make none of this happen. So I went and finished school at the continuation school where you can make up your credits really easy and fast. And they worked a lot with me understanding that I would be gone trying to make music and stuff. So it was a great situation.
It was a great situation. Nick Cannon, man. Give that man a round of applause.
He's so great.
Man.
Word.
I like Nick, man.
He's amazing.
Yeah, Nick is a great dude. And he was doing that. He wasn't looking for props. It was just him.
Ever.
He just believed in you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think that's what we need more of in this business. Kind of that mentorship and investment, get you off the ground. So,
yeah, I think a lot of the time, like, a lot of us just need to know that people care, you know what I mean? Or that things are possible. It's like if I wouldn't even know none of it was possible if I didn't have someone that was already doing it for his entire life and really being a successful person telling me, like, look, you can too, and I believe in you. Like, it's cool when all your friends are like, yo, you got this, you're going to be famous one day, you're going to da-da-da-da-da. So you don't really know what to believe because everyone could say that. But when it's someone so successful and they're like, check this out, like, I'm going to let you know, like, it's totally possible and I came from this and this is where I'm at now. It's just, it makes the biggest difference.
It makes the biggest difference, especially when you're young. Your childhood wasn't easy, you know, and you lost your father at an early age.
Yeah.
And you went through foster care?
I just flipped around houses a lot. Foster care when I first was born, but then my aunt was great and adopted me, so.
Was that the aunt I met?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your aunt?
Yeah.
Yo, she's so warm. I almost asked her to adopt me, man.
Oh, gosh.
She's so amazing. She's an angel. I love her.
It looked like she could like really cook some great breakfast in the morning.
She does.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good at telling who could cook a great breakfast. I read food. That's why I knew she was from Oakland. I read somewhere that you used to at one point wash your underwear in a sink.
You had to. I mean, when I was living in a place that wasn't my place, you know what I mean? I felt extremely bad, like, having all my stuff just out, like, you know what I mean? If someone's like, yo, yeah, you sure you can crash on my couch, you better make sure you do, like, everything possible to make sure you were just out the way and not a burden or anything. So, yeah, I would have to take a shower and wash my own underwear and then blow dry them, and you know what I'm saying? Or, like, make sure I would get up and tidy up their house and be like, y'all need anything? Because I'm about to leave, tuck all my stuff, and then when I come back, pull my stuff back out, you know, put it away. You just don't want to, someone's already extending their hand to you, you know what I mean? You don't want to, like, I don't know, I would just feel terrible if it's not my place. I don't live there. I'm not going to, you know, get too comfortable.
Yeah. And you don't want to eat when, you know.
You like, I'm going to eat outside, I'm going to just come home already fed, I'm good. So.
Yeah, right? You try not to, like, impose yourself on them.
Yeah, you already have the pride issue with not having it not being your place, and you already have the whole, like, well, you know, I'm kind of homeless at the moment, so it's that, like, pride that you have, and then paired with just hopefully being nice enough to not impose.
The aunt that you speak of, was she super supportive with you, like, trying to go out and make it in the music industry, and did she understand it?
My family doesn't really understand much of it at all. Like, they still don't know what to get excited about because they don't really know what's important and what's not. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain stuff that, like, everybody knows what's really important. Like, oh my God, you got an award nomination, or like your song in a movie. But if there's, like, little stuff that they wouldn't know about, like, I'm interviewing with this person, or today I met this person, they'd be like, oh, that's cute. Like, are you excited? Oh, that's great. Like, that's my auntie. Whatever makes you happy. He was excited. That's awesome. So.
Oh, that's great. Well, I'm sure they understand when. Listen, my grandmother didn't register to her until she saw me sit down with the president, and that was like 20 years after I had been in the game. Yeah. So sometimes you got to kind of stunt so the family could get that, man, this work is paying off.
Definitely.
And I think you kind of provided the ultimate stunt when you performed on this man's late night show, Jimmy Kimmel.
album is called Sweet Sexy Savage. It just came out, making her late night television debut with the song Crazy. Kehlani.
Everything I do it with a passion. If I gotta be, I'm AI with the designs, do rag. Bounce back in good while we talking practice. Yeah. Well, let's go when I want to. Best thing is to have. They be trying to count me out though. I'm just counting. A real woman better paper. They just don't know where I came from. Boy, I really.
That was on Jimmy Kimmel the other night. Round of applause for that.
Yeah, everybody know him.
Kehlani, you made it, girl. You made it, girl.
Thank you.
Were you nervous for that?
I was so nervous, partially because I couldn't hear. I didn't use in-ears.
Okay, why not?
I'm not used to them, and it's really funny, like that you had Dwayne Wiggins because, and then that you mentioned the whole Bird situation because he was like that. You know what I mean? It was a very like, this is what Tony did. Let's get it every day. Get up. Go in front of the mirror. You guys are going to practice full out like you guys are on stage. Go. Nope. Start it over again. You know what I mean? He really broke me out of a shell and turned me into a performer. Like when I watched the New Edition story, I was like, that reminds me of what we had to go through in pop life. Like it was beautiful. It was awesome. He trained us like that. So I was definitely nervous, but we never used those, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was a performer for 5 years in a band, used to getting music blasting in my ears and live instruments all in my ears and me screaming so loud because I couldn't ever hear myself. But it's how I learned to like have to train my ears to hear myself. So now when I go in the studio, it's really hard for me because I don't know how to properly use the headphones. So I think it's funny that people always say I sing better live, which I totally agree with, because I don't know how to like I can't understand the dynamic yet of my voice coming right into my ears. So
That's interesting.
yeah, so I have to, a lot of the time, when I use in-ears, it just freaks me out and I end up like ripping them out mid-performance. But yeah, so that's why I was nervous.
Okay. Well, you did a good job, man. Kehlani is here, man. Okay, so I want to do something. We do this thing because you have a great album. I actually took some notes. Here are my notes.
Tired, I'm excited.
Yeah, I like notes. So I want to do lyrical breakdown first, and I'll be remiss if I didn't cover the song Crazy.
Young Sway got that.
I don't get it. What exactly don't you get?
Breaking down the lyrics you may not understand. Lyrical breakdown.
I can break it down like whatever you want.
On Sway in the Morning.
All right, Kehlani is here. The new album, this is a great project.
Thank you.
From beginning to end. DB made a great observation because we were listening to the album again this morning. First thing you said was...
Well, the first thing I liked about the album when I was listening to it was that it sounds bright and, you know, uplifting and upbeat rather than a lot of R&B that's really, you know, gloomy and dark, you know, and very kind of just like this moody record, you know. But yours sounds something like you could listen to on a sunny day as opposed to like a rainy day, you know.
I think that going through a situation last year that was very dark and gloomy and spending a lot of time being in a genuinely dark and gloomy place and knowing that I got out of it, and every time I would have to sing songs on tour for the next year and a half, if I had made a dark and gloomy album, that I would have to relive the experiences that I went through and relive the emotion because I write my own music. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I wanted to leave all of that way behind and make something for myself that, you know, made me feel good and made me feel happy. So I'm glad that other people are happy about it too.
I was going to go into Crazy, but bringing that up is Peace of Mind is a song that's on the album.
Yeah.
And you say, I'm trying to get back to the old days, trying to forget the unnecessary. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're looking at me like, yo, you're
Like,
killing
is that
my
how it
lyrics.
goes?
Yeah, really, dog? That's not what I wrote. But what does that mean?
Well, I went through a situation and I had to kind of re-navigate my entire life. Like I cut off all my hair and booked a one-way ticket to Hawaii and like reset and kind of relearned everything, you know, coming from a new perspective of appreciating life in a whole nother way. And yeah, it was me. I say I'm trying to get back to my old ways, trying to get back to the, you know, the old days of, you know, I guess it was like being reborn. It was like I had to kind of be a newborn again. So, yeah, and forgetting all the unnecessary, just things that didn't have to happen, things that didn't, I didn't have to go through, didn't have to think about like unnecessary negativity or drama or just anything not positive. So.
You also reflect on that because I just did this. One of the reasons why I was in the Bay when I saw you last week was I was going into San Quentin, which the prison that's in the Bay, and I was talking to these guys who committed crimes, were convicted of crimes, doing a lot of time, and changed their lives while they were in prison. And I would ask them, what was that aha moment for you that made you go, wait a minute, while I'm living in this, I need to move to that. And what was their process? You know, what were they able to do? Because my purpose was to tell their story so it could help others who went through the same thing. So what was it that clicked for you that made you go into that process to get out of those dark days? Was it something you said, saw?
I actually had a conversation with Mike Posner.
Wow.
Who, after he had made the Pill and Ibiza song, which, if you listen to the lyrics, is a really, really, really deep song. I know it's like a big, like, dancey record that they really remix, but it's a really deep song. And I just hit him up and was like, yo, thank you for the song. It came out at the right time. Like, I heard it in Hawaii, and I was like, I really need to hear this. Just because it talks a lot about, like, being in the industry and, like, all the vices and things that just don't matter, and then, you know, realizing what does and things like that. And we just had a whole conversation about depression and anxiety and he just reminded me, like, I don't know if you realize, but like most of us are going through these things, and a lot of us are dealing with this. And even growing up, a lot of celebrities dealt with all this, and you just didn't find out until you saw like a VH1 behind the music or like a thing like that. And we just had a really long conversation, and he was just like, "You're good, like you got this." He was like, "But you have to make the choice to like not want to be like this anymore," which is hard because depression is a diagnosed illness, but if you make the choice to fight it and make the choice to say, hey, like this, there will be days when I will be uncontrollably sad and I won't leave my room and things like that. But if I'm like, okay, Kehlani, let's try again. Let's try again. Okay, cool. Let's write a list of movies that we can, write down that when I'm sad, it's my go-to movie. Or what's my favorite book? Let's read a quote every single time. Or let me call a certain friend and let them remind me that it's okay, calm down, you're good today. Like, how's your day going? Like, are you hungry? Like, sometimes to be brought out of those things, we just need simple, like, reminders that, like, to get our feet back on the ground. So,
Get a round of applause. Just like a moment like this. She's helping me out.
Self-care.
I go through it.
It's heavy.
And thank you. This is, to me, one of the things you have to, accept we all have to accept that we have imperfections. So nobody's born perfect. We go through things. You're relatively young. You're still a young person.
I'm a baby.
You're a baby. And then Thank You, which is a powerful song. And you just told me that the choir on the song is?
From Oakland School for the Arts.
Where they from?
Hey,
Kehlani?
town business.
Hey, okay. It's been Oakland week, damn it. You said, I never said I had it all figured out. I never said that I live without doubt. That's what I heard. I know I'm screwing up the lyrics. And that takes a process to get to that point to go, hey, wait a minute. Right? These things are happening to me, but listen, I never said I had it all figured out. Is that what you meant by that?
Yeah, I think that being a quote-unquote public figure or a role model for young people, it used to be that we had to be perfect and that we had to appear, flawless, and that we didn't go through things. And that's why we didn't find out until VH1 after the music that people were going through things. But I think that it creates this comparison that young people give to people they look up to of like, dang, like I'm not perfect, and then they beat themselves up. And they don't realize, like, all of us are also messing up all the time and waking up every day with fear and doubts, and sometimes we don't know what's going on, and sometimes we're confused, and sometimes we're scared too. And I think it's so much better to be a real model than it is to be a role model, and people need to really not necessarily expose the faults, but just tell people it's okay that they happen. You know what I mean? Like, you might have a bad day today. Okay, cool, great. Let's do tomorrow. You know what I mean? You might have messed up with this. We've all been there. We've all had a mishap. We've all had a screw up. You know what I mean? Cool. As long as you're okay, and as long as you're healthy, and as long as you know that it's fine, you can try again, like, that's okay. So
that's what's up, man. Kehlani is here. All right, now, This girl, I'm telling you, man, Heather, her pen game is ridiculous, HB.
I hear it.
You know,
Thank you.
and as breaking down the lyrics, to me, some of the most potent lyrics appear in the second verse of this song, Crazy.
Let's get it.
And I have to read the lyrics.
All right.
You know, you say, you know, certain words hold power.
I know what's coming.
Words have a lot of power to them.
Okay.
I can say one word right now and it'll shock the room. Mm-hmm. Because those words hold power. You know, and in the second verse, it says, lit, 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 only L I take is to the face. You showed up to see me lose, but I overcome, so you overcame? Is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Basic, ain't nothing about me basic. I'm crazy, better watch what you say to me, because Young Sway got the answers. Hey. Damn! Break that down. What does that mean?
Well, the lit, only L I take, that's LIT, that's another lit, is to the face. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Supernova who helped me write this. They're super sick. It's a female producer, female writer, super sick. And Young Sway got the answers for sure. We all know where that one came from.
But it means
that was
something.
A nod to Oakland.
Yes. It means something to you.
Yeah, so that was an Oakland nod, and I think it was just about it's on a confidence tip. You know what I mean? I do have the answers in the song. Okay. None of us actually have the answers, but
good point.
Yeah, so that was just a fun Oakland tip off right there.
Thank you, man. I salute you. You put me on the map with that, man.
Get out of here!
Yo, that's when I knew I made it right there. She put me what? My little cousins come up, they hug me because they think you and I are best friends.
Were we not?
Yeah, well, that's what I tell them. We're more than just best friends.
When were we not besties?
I know, that's your cousin. That's your cousin, Kehlani, all right?
Everybody in Oakland is cousin.
Everybody in Oakland cousin. Shout out to G-Eazy, though.
Oh, man.
His, man, I can only salute that man because I see him reaching out.
To everyone. It's crazy.
Trying to get everybody a break on this huge organic platform he built in an organic way.
People don't even know, like, I remember when G-Eazy was Hyphy Gerald.
Yep.
In high school, he was Hyphy Gerald, and his gift thing on MySpace was him with long cornrows doing this in front of a yellow bus with a long tall tee, like Hyphy. Like, so people that try to play this man and say he not from Oakland literally kill me, because I'm like, he was the hyphiest white boy ever. Like, it was hilarious. Like, and then he got this cool new swag, and I love that he he was like, this is what I want to be, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go this route, and he really took it full force. But Hyphy Gerald is still inside of him. You know what I mean? Like, he's still Hyphy. He still puts on everybody from the Bay. He brings everybody from Oakland on his tours. Like, that was my first tour, Kamaya's first tour. He brought Neff on tour, Dage, everybody. Like, it's crazy. And then when he does his big Oakland shows, he brings all the OGs out. And all the OGs respect him. Like, it just says a lot, because a lot of people tried to play him when he first came out and said that he was not from there.
Yeah. It's in Oakland. It's like and be like that.
It always starts like that. Same thing happened for me. They was like, "You went to Berkeley High. You clearly from Berkeley." I'm like, "Oh no, we had to use a fake address, girl."
Yeah, it is. Damn, fake address. Wash your panties and sinks. Dealing
we got washers and dryers now. Yes, amen.
North Oakland roaches were different from East Oakland roaches.
Oh, man, they dang near got beef.
Yeah, right.
Lord. I really like your life philosophies. Like, with young women, and just saying to embrace self-care and detach from comparison. And I think another thing that a lot of young women deal with is how to detangle love from lust. I'm wondering if you figured out what the difference is with both yet.
I think it's also kind of paired with a nurturing aspect that women have, that we tend to see things that are broken and really want to fix them all the time. And I meet a lot of young girls who are in really bad relationships, and they're like, okay, but I can't, because I know he's just a great person deep down in there, and he's so great, and like sometimes he's really, really nice to me. When he's really, really nice, it's like so great, but then like it just gets bad. And I think that goes along with the lust factor too, because I feel like lust is very, physical and all that, but it's also this attachment to maybe it's how we grew up, or if we had fathers and mothers in our lives, or if we've seen a correct example of, a positive relationship or not. But I know for me, that was a big thing in a lot of my relationships. I was in a lot of really harmful situations just because I was like, no, you guys don't understand. Like, he's great deep, deep, deep down in there. Like, yeah. And I think that once a woman, kind of grows up and kind of experiences a positive relationship for the first time, and then it takes that for them to finally realize, like, it doesn't take that much effort for someone to, give me what I deserve.
Word.
There's girls in relationships who just accept good sex and casually sing someone twice a week. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what you want, that's beautiful. But I think you deserve as much as you put in. You know what I mean? If you're making the effort to go see this man all the time and do so much for this person and be this apparent and be this transparent with someone and open with someone, they should meet you with the same thing, or there's a bajillion fish in the sea. Like,
word.
So
Kehlani is here, man. The album is Sweet Sexy Savage. You could pick that up. Go ahead and get the album. It's a great project. Even got bonus tracks on it. As if 17 wasn't enough.
It's so long. I know. I'm sorry, but I wanted to fit it all in there.
Yeah, I said she got to get it off her chest, man. Let it go. Let it go. Sweet Sexy Savage. Are these different qualities that you possess, or why did you call the album this?
Well, it could be a billion different words, to be honest, because it wasn't gonna have a billion word title.
Okay.
Basically, I feel like as women, because this album was really towards women, but it's for everyone.
Yeah.
But I feel like especially women, we get put in these really funny little categories of like, this is the girl next door, and this is like the freak, and this is like the wifey type, and this is like this. But we're all of it at the same time. That's what makes us so great. You know what I mean? Like, a woman could go strip at nighttime and then go to college in the morning and then go take care of her kid and then go do this and then go do this and do this and then go into work and handle her business and then be very soft, or like, you know what I mean? It's all of it at the same time. So it was just kind of a self-acceptance thing for me of being like, okay, cool, like, sometimes I can be a heartbreaker. Sometimes I can be totally soft. And sometimes I will handle my business, but you'll call me the B word when really I'm just handling my business. And you know what I mean? All the above. So I feel like it's just accepting that we're multidimensional.
Multidimensional. Heather, did you peep the fingernail polish right
love
there?
it.
I tried to get the 3 S's, but they're coming off.
Okay.
3 S's, yeah. I love your tats. Did you always love your tats?
I don't love a lot of them now, but...
Yeah.
I love having tattoos, and I love that when I look down at them, I have so many hilarious stories and memories. That's literally on my skin. So.
Okay. All right. Well, let me see that one on your neck right there.
Which one? The words?
Yeah. What does that say?
It says perdida y encontrada.
¿Qué?
It says it means lost and found in Spanish.
Lost and found in Spanish.
Yeah.
So you got Filipino blood. What's your mixture is Native?
Black and white and Native American and Spanish. And there's like a tiny bit of Filipino that my mom tries to throw in there all the time.
Splash.
I'm waiting for my genealogy report too.
You got Filipino in your family.
Every time I don't say it, she's like, "Girl, you forgot you're Filipino too." I'm like, "All right,
Panay Diva over there.
Let's make it even longer."
Okay, beautiful album. We got a game we prepared, but you think we still should do it?
I think it'll be fun.
Okay, DB.
Especially made.
It's specially made for you. And it's called?
Sweet, Sexy, and Savage.
Wow.
She just released her debut album, so we want to find out who.
Okay, so explain how it works, DB.
So this is how the game works. We picked some group of threes, and you're going to pick out one at a time, and you say which one you think is sweet, sexy, and savage.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, Kehlani's here, Sweet, Sexy, Savage.
This background music is so funny.
Right.
Okay. Did I pick two? Oh.
That's one.
Okay. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman. All right. Okay. You're going to really have to just excuse me because I'm not a basketball person.
That's okay. Go for it.
Can I pick a different one?
Sure.
Okay. I watched like figure skating tournaments when I was little.
Same here.
Okay.
Oksana Bayou.
This is so terrible. 2 girls, 1 cup. Girl 1, girl 2 in the cup. They all savage. They ain't none of them sweet or none of it sexy at all. That's horrible.
Okay. You came up with that, DB. All
That's
right.
terrible.
Okay.
TLC, T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili. They were all three, all of it,
Yeah.
at the same time.
Okay.
But I guess if we're comparing it to the whole crazy, sexy, cool, then I guess Left Eye would be Savage, and T-Boz would be sexy, and Chili would be sweet.
Oh, okay.
Sweet chili.
Did you?
It's my favorite sauce.
Mine too.
Hey, were you happy for Nick Cannon that he got to kiss Chili in the video?
I think everybody was happy.
I was like,
we all might have
"Mom,
wanted
man."
to be Nick Cannon for a second.
Right, for a quick one, right?
Bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
Who's Savage, yo?
Maybe the lettuce is kind of sweet. No. The lettuce is kind of sexy.
Okay.
Ooh, lettuce.
Okay, yeah.
The tomato can be sexy because it's red, whatever. I don't know. And the bacon is savage because I don't like bacon. I don't eat bacon. No pork on my fork.
There it is. All right, keep it in 100.
Yeah.
Let's do one more.
LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh.
Basketball. Get it out of there.
Should have did my research.
All right, yeah.
Last one for real.
Destiny's Child. Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle. Okay. Sweet, probably Michelle. She's so cute. Sexy, definitely Kelly Rowland. And Savage, definitely Beyonce. That was very on point.
There it is, right there. We got that one right, damn it. Took 8 of them.
I'm like, I don't know anything about sports at all.
That's interesting. Yeah, but that's cool to know. Listen, thank you for finally making it. And I feel like this is the first of a series of conversations we will be having with you.
I'd love to come in a bunch of times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, Sway Day's coming up, man.
Sway Day is coming up. We will be doing a festival in Oakland, by the way.
You might need Young Sway for that one.
I might need Young Sway coming out, get the high top fade going and Jabro jeans. You don't know about that. But congratulations on your success.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I think you mean a lot to a lot of us from the Bay and beyond, and your honesty. It's your honesty that I think is what appeals most, because at the end of the day, we're all searching for that. We search for it in politics. We search for it in religion, everyday relationships, family, friends. We all searching for honesty. We don't have to worry. We want to be able to trust. I think that's our innate function as people. We want to be able to trust. So I trust you as a person and as an artist when I listen to your music. So congratulations. Pick up this album.
Yeah.
All
Go
right.
get it.
Kehlani, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Sway in the morning, only
On Shade 45.